Hey, what's up, Reefers? Today I was at my local fish store trying to pick up a sea cucumber because in my display the sand is a little bit green and the conch's not quite scrubbing it out. So I figured a sea cucumber may help. But they were out of sea cucumber, so I was just browsing the store and I came across this little tiny guy. To give you a sense, this is my whole sump, which is the same dimension as my tank up there, or slightly smaller. And this is my refugium. And that tiny little guy, the Ruby Dragonet or the Ruby Red scooter, it's probably like a nickel size. It's a tiny, tiny little dude. So I've seen these guys from time to time, and they're always like priced really high. Except for some reason this time at my fish store it was $25. And I know the pricing for them online typically has been kind of all over the place. But for $25, this is a really, really good price for this guy. And also, he is tiny, and I like small fish. I like watching them grow up. So, the major concern I have with like dragonets or scooter in general is that do they eat frozen food? Normally, you need a really mature tank with lots of pods running around so they can pick at them all day, which is fine because my tank is approaching the 1 year mark, and I have a really healthy copepods and amphipods population going on in the sump, in the refugium to be specific. But it would be good that I can feed some frozen food as supplement as well. So I talked to the employee there and learned that this fish has been there for 2 weeks. He has been actively eating, and I asked, okay, can you put some like black worm in there? So I was thinking she's going to run and grab some live black worm to throw in the tank, but she came back with frozen black worm. So I was like, all right, there's no way she's gonna this fish is gonna eat frozen black worm because they need to be trained on the frozen. And the employee also said that, yeah, maybe she may not touch this. So she threw some frozen black worm in there, and at first the fish went hiding, but after like 10 seconds, this fish came back out and started picking at the food and actually kept it down, meaning that he eats frozen right away. So without a second thought, I told the players, like, all right, back him up, I'll take him home. So here we are with the Ruby Dragonet. That's like a fancy name for the red scooter blenny. So essentially, they're really similar as the scooter blenny, who is these guys' less attractive cousin. Scooter blenny is typically all brown in similar pattern, so they're more bland looking. But I think in recent years, starting in like 2013, these guys, the Ruby Dragonets, started showing up. And at first people called them like red scooter blenny, and then later on people started calling them the Ruby Dragonets, so that they sound more exotic, I guess, and they can fetch a higher price. Yeah, before these guys, the mandarin seems to be like the cryptic kind of fish to get, because they have really similar personality. They just kind of hover around, hop around, picking at pots all day. So mandarin used to be like the crown jewel of the family, but with these new guys coming in, the Ruby Dragonets coming in, these guys are more sought after now, and they're slowly becoming more popular too. Now, again, their issue seems to be that they have a tiny mouth, so they essentially just kind of eat copepods, maybe even amphipods throughout the day. So you have to have a really mature tank. So a lot of people try to train them onto frozen food. Some of them never take the frozen foods. But with this guy, I mean, I saw him actually eat pretty big pieces of frozen food at the fish store, so I feel like I got pretty lucky finding this guy. So you may be wondering, why is he in a refugium right now? He is not starving, like his stomach is not sunken or anything like that. But I figure I'll just let him get comfortable, get acclimated to the water without being bothered by any other fish, and then get his fill first. I'm not too worried about him decimating my pod population. I'm just keeping him here for like a day or two to let him get settled, and then I'm going to move him to the display. If you look, most of my pods live in this clump of chaeto worms. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. And I'm sure for a few days just kind of going to be like scratching the surface here, so it should be okay. And I actually have a lot of pods running around here as well. So just really quickly, I want to show you guys what my latest impulse buy is. Ruby Dragonet. Really cool little guy. I believe I have a male, because I think for Dragonets, the male has like a bigger dorsal fin, and I have not seen him erect the fins yet, or expand, like show his fins off yet. But he does have a really long first spike. You probably can't really see it in the video right now, but later on when I take a video of him, when he actually goes into the display tank, you see it. It's like as a long first spine, and it goes like halfway down the body. So I feel like I probably have a male right here, but we'll take a closer look later. Now, talking to the fish store employee, she did say that the Ruby Dragonet tend to be a little bit more fragile compared to the regular scooter blending counterparts. So that's why I'm also taking this precaution, like starting him out in the refugium, letting him adjust first before adding him into the display. So, I will check back in a couple days, and please cross your fingers for this little guy. Hope he stays healthy and enjoys the new environment. Talk to you guys later.